Over here we have the original chassis module that came with the the Sky. It's pretty dirty up in there. I don't know if you guys can tell. Everything's exceptionally corroded. There's tons of corrosion coming from the sockets where the fuses were. I pulled all the fuses out of this, tested every single one of them, and even though they all had connections, they were so oxidized that everything failed. You can even see just the rust coming out of where that relay hole was. So I ordered up a new one, and here's the new one. So let's cut this guy open real quick. All right, so here's our new module. There we go. I can line these up next to each other. And we can see that the relay is still good on the bottom of that guy. Pop that up, and here we go. We can see that they're very much not the same part numbers, but they're very much the same part. So again, in the general sense of me being a dumbass, there's a very real chance that this isn't going to work, but this new one was only 50 bucks, and this one is completely shot. So we're going to go try throwing it in. And so here's where our actual body module goes. All these guys get to plug into it. This side goes down towards the firewall itself, and this side sticks up. It's got the fuse panels in it. So let's go ahead and try to install this thing really quickly. Now it looks like I need 7mm real quick. Let's go grab a 7mm. Now we've got everything plugged in down here. Next step is to give some power to the car, so I need to go plug a battery in. Well, in typical I'm an idiot format, I have taken off all the hood bolts so that the hood is just resting on there right now. And I need to take it off to get the battery in, but that requires a couple of people lifting it off unless I reinstall the hood. But I figured out that that's a little easier to do now because I did take the headlights out. And if we take a look, you can actually see that we can get in there now with a wrench, and we can bolt that thing in, hopefully, while it's sitting in place here. And then I can get my hood back, and then I can open it, and then we can put a battery in. I was able to get the hood back together by myself, minus that bolt right there, because it just won't quite thread through enough, which is fine. I got one of the prop rods up. I just stuck a post in here, which means that now we can get down into where the battery compartment goes. That involves taking off this little panel here along the top, which is two little 7mm, I think, at the top, and then there's actually one deep down in there. Let's focus on that guy right there. That guy needs to come out too, and then this whole entire panel can come off, and then we can stick a battery in there. And kind of a pain in the ass of a battery design, but hopefully I won't be doing it too much more. Oh shit, there's a bunch of leaves in there. Get out of there, leaves. Success. We have our bolt. Come out here, and there's still some stuff on the other side that I can take off here. I gotta pop these guys off too really quickly. So there's another 7mm right there that hopefully I can get to with the wheel in the way. mean, the right way to do this would be to use a ratchet, but I'm being lazy here. And these weren't very tight because I took this off earlier to test this the day I got the car. So these are mostly finger tight. Except for this one. Damn it. This one will come off. Damn it, I need a ratchet. Let's get the last few turns out by hand. It's being a bitch, there we go. Now this whole guy just kind of falls off. Oh, look at that. There's some mud. Some more nice, delicious mud. Let's get some of that out of there. Weight reduction, guys. This is gonna be a track car. Start with the easy bits. Holy shit. Oh, hey, look at that. I just covered up all my screws in dirt. I'm a smart person. I got an old battery out of a Subaru shitbox that I had sitting around. And I'm gonna connect it up and let's see what happens. I hear things. Stuff happening. We have a really bad connection right now, but let's see if I can... shit. Gonna need another ratchet. All right, I'm already noticing things are good or better because look at that, the interior lights are on and that did not work before. So it's a moment of truth time. Let's pull this open. Look at that. Oh, sitting on the floor and this thing's kind of painful. Service traction control. Oh, we got keys in it already. It's already on. There we go. My radio is locked, so apparently I don't have the theft code for that. Let's go pop out the plug covers, and we have no spark plugs, and we'll see if it turns over with no plugs in it, and probably shoot some water to the sky. We got our 4 coils here. I'm gonna pop these off really quick. Just set them on the roof in order. Let's clean some of this out too, because there is no plug in there, and we don't want leaves inside our engine bay. Or inside our engine, I should say. Engine bay itself's got plenty of leaves in it. That's cool. That's not a problem. All right, screw this guy. That out. And there. Pop the clutch. Well, there we go. So I'm actually pretty happy about that. Let's be honest here. In my very comfortable steel floor seat here. We have a motor that turns over and is obviously full of water. We got to get some of the water out of there, suck it out with a shop vac and something else. But it turns over. And if we hook up the ignition and everything, it might start after we clean up that motor, do an oil change, do some other things. So not a bad result from a $150 part on a very, very cheap car. Threads now? I think so. So I went ahead and connected the hood struts back up again. So now we actually have working hood struts. That was not too big of a deal. Easier to do definitely with the headlights out of the car. And then I realized I wanted to test one other thing because we've never been into the trunk of this thing and we don't really know what's inside the trunk of this thing. And that's because doing it involves this kind of pain in the ass operation of popping these things up manually, sticking a pick in there and like prying, and then taking the entire driver's rear wheel off, reaching your hand through a hole and getting into the passenger escape system, which is a pain in the ass. So what we're going to do instead is hook up my battery charger to where the battery was. I took the battery off already just because I frankly didn't want it to die. And now we're gonna go plug this thing in, turn it on, and see if we can pop the trunk. We've got our power hooked up, which means that we should be able to do low voltage stuff in here without too much issue. Yep, see, all our dash lights turn on. Everything's working now because that body module's in place. Now to find the trunk button. Where's the trunk button in this thing? It's not there. No. There's the downside of not knowing where this car comes from, is I have no idea how you pop the trunk in this car. So down here on the footwell, no. Center console is traction control off. Everything's angry at me right now. It says the trunk's open. It's not. It says the door's ajar. It says the gate's ajar. Maybe it is. Maybe I just wasn't closed all the way. Nope, these things are still closed. Okay. Well, where the hell's the button? Oh, you know what? I bet you it's in the passenger side. Let's test that. All right. Glove box. Trunk button. Look at that. All right, well, first let's close our cup holder here because that's in the way. Oh, it doesn't close anymore. There it goes. Open it. And it's doing nothing. Well, that sucks. It actually tells me that the rear is open already, but it's not. So I guess I'm going to have to dig into that a little bit more. Oh, service the airbag. You don't say. I don't think we're going to keep the airbag in this car. Oh, service traction control too? Wow, what else? Come on. There's more. Oh, just the door. We've got some electricity. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Windows. I have power windows. How about locks? Those work too. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff in here that's actually working now. Well, we've definitely got another issue. And it's a good thing I did unplug the battery because the keys are in my hand right now. They're there, keys. All the lights are still on inside the car. So everything's on there, and brake lights are on too. With absolutely no power going to the car whatsoever, no key on, ignition, no lights on, anything like that. So we got some more fun hunting going on. There's maybe another stuck relay somewhere, and we're gonna have to figure out why the trunk won't open, but we'll do that in a little bit.